Good morning, Denise here, Junk Journal Junkie UK, and it's a Sunday morning and it's a little bit overcast, so I've opened the curtains wide. Hopefully there's enough light for the video. So this morning, after yesterday's Saturday sort it out, I thought I'd use some of the bits up that I rediscovered and shared with you, and start to create a second journal, a proper junk journal, so made out of bits and pieces out of things left over, some of the book pages we found yesterday, and a few of the bits that we made up. And I thought we might pull a few bits out of the Flower Fairy journal that we've been making, the Ephemera, because there's far too much in there, it won't all go in that book. So I'm going to make a bit more of a junky Flower Fairy / junk journal. Okay, so these are a few things that I've pulled out. So I've put one of these in. I think I'll start with the papers, that might be the easiest thing. So I just pulled out a selection of the papers. See what I've got here. Start with the signature, move everything across. So I pulled out, not that, all that's not paper. So there's a page of the fairy book that I said was good for colouring in. A tea and a coffee dyed. And these are the book pages that I'd cut up, ready for some kind of a journal. That's from a book on stamps, British stamps. Fairy tale book, garden book, houseplant book, I think that was. A page that was misprinted, if you remember, or not printed properly. A page of the, can't remember what I dyed it with now, but just a spare piece kicking around. A bag from Tatty Treasures. Tonya at Tatty Treasures sent me a few bits. I've ordered some file folders from her for the Edith Holden project that she's starting on the, I'm not sure if it's the 2nd or the 3rd of July. So that's Tatty Treasures if you want to have a look at that. So she sent me a few bits, thank you Tanya. So I thought I'd just pop that bag in there, and then that's not hanging about. That was something unfinished on my desk that I sewed yesterday and showed you, so that can go in part of the signature. Be sewn in, might just fit in the middle. A piece of card that might, not card, but it's very thick. It's not scrapbooking paper because it's a print, but a piece of paper anyway. So I thought we'd put all those together and make a sort of signature out of them. If you remember, I glued the back on that and stuck it under my mat. I've just dug it out, so I thought we'll cut that out and put that in the middle, the very middle of the signature. I like to do that quite a lot with envelopes, because then you glue them together and it hides the strings in the middle. If you remember, that was the other, well, she's not a fairy, I don't know if she's an angel or what, but beautiful lady, shall we say, from the one that we've put on the front of the other fairy journal. So I thought we might use this one up rather than having it lie around and put it on front of this journal. And if you remember, I had 2 or 3 journal covers that were kind of, I don't know, prototypes, started, something like that. So I've chosen one. I think we'll finish this one off, put her on and lace and all sorts of things. And I dug out a bit of material to strengthen the middle of it, because if we're going to use a lot of the ephemera up, it's going to be quite a stuffed journal. But I noticed when I made this, it's got a thicker spine, so I'm still only going to put one signature in it, but it'll take a chunky-ish one. What else did I dig out? We'll come back to that one in a minute. So a couple of pieces of lace that were kicking about. I thought we'd squeeze that in somewhere. If you remember, that was a fix it up yesterday. And a couple of blue pieces out of the fairy ephemera that I thought would go. It's gonna be completely blue, but a sort of bluish themed journal, this one. So there was a piece of this, just a journal card from a Shabby Dabby Doodah kit, I believe, or a piece of her paper. Just a little torn flower fairy hanging about. Yeah, so this is the one that I've put in here, the blue one. If you remember, there was 4 of these. Here they are. Yeah, 4 of them from Janie B that I backed and I cut them out. So we'll use the blue one in there. I'm thinking that yellow one's got Believe on it, so I might pop that one in the Flower Fairy box. See if we'll squeeze that in somewhere. And the others can go away in the Ephemera box. Is that everything? So what we've got, a little bit of script I dug out from one of the Flower Fairy books. This is what we cut off. I don't know, a piece of franking paper when we did something, but I thought it might just go. And then a started but very unembellished pocket. So I thought if we could get rid of that lot, minimum, into a journal, that would be brilliant. So, and I thought with this I would just stencil that white bit with this Tim Holtz stencil that I always have kicking about, and then when it's in the journal as a page, sorry about the crinkle, when it's in the journal as a page, it will have something probably stuck on it, but it won't look, so what colours am I going for? It won't look bright stark white, so I've got shaded lilac and I have a green bow here. Let's see if I can find the right daubers then. Yes, I think the green one's quite dark. Let's just put a few bits of it, oh yes it is. Just dab a few bits of it out. Hopefully that's more dark on the stencil than it is in the actual paper. And there we are, lilac, which I don't think is as dark. It did used to be quite a strong coloured one, this. It is fairly. Let's get some of the top as well. Here. Try and just smudge a bit of it across. Just bring that white down a little bit. Yep. Dare I do that with the green one? Let's have a go. Oh, that's quite dark. Just a few smudges. Still that quite strong line there, but yeah, I've put something quite big on that page. It's not too in your face now. It is still quite noticeable, but we'll disguise it because it's otherwise a nice piece of paper. I mean, I could have used it for collage, but it's nice to do different things with them sometimes. Right, so the first thing I want to do here is stick a piece of material down the spine because it's not all that strong. And this is the only blue that I had in my scrap box to hand. It's a little bit of denim actually, but that'll be nice and strong. Don't do it upside down. Oh, not that it matters at the minute. It's the material isn't directional, so that's fine. So I'm going to put quite a big piece in. That didn't cut very straight. Or perhaps that was straight and this one wasn't. I'll just do it away from the camera so I can give it a good, not very good. Excuse me, I'm hiccuping again. Oh, that table. Right. Yeah, I think we'll just go for that. We're going for the shabby look, we've got to keep remembering that. Okay, so straight down the middle. Good old Fabri-Tac. I think the denim might take quite a bit of it, so I'll put plenty on. And then I'll do the edges wherever they come to, so that this can be dry and ready for the signature to go in. It's been so long since I've made a proper junk shabby journal. I'm looking forward to this one. It'll be a real quick make as well. So like I said yesterday, Saturday, tomorrow is Monday and we'll be back to the proper Flower Fairies journal. I didn't know if people were getting fed up of it. I'm not sure they were, because the views on the Flower Fairy journal's brilliant. But you know, I like a change as well, and maybe there are people out there that'd like to see something different for an odd video or two. is going to take a lot of fabric out because I put such a big piece down, but that's fine. I wanted the strength. It's a bit close to the end with that one, that's better. Oops. Right, I'm going to reach. Oh, I'll go round you. Just bear with me a minute. Rather than showing you my face that close to the camera. Be a bit of a shock for you all. Sorry about the table, it's really on one at the minute. See if I can pull the thing out a bit more. Oh. Well, I only had the glue out 2 minutes and I've got bits stuck to me. That's better, we're right up to the edge there. And we're not far off here now. Just that bit, I think. That's it. Just about. So the fabric will strengthen it, and all that glue will give it a lot of strength as well. Obviously I'll trim it when it's dry, so I just wanted to get that done so I could leave it to do its thing. I'll put it behind me. Right, let's have a go at putting this signature together. As you can see, I've still got bits floating around my desk. It's starting again on the week's mess. Okay, right, papers. Got all the ephemera on the top now. Oh yeah, we're going to put her in the middle, so we'll leave her out. So I think that's going in the signature. And these are like full pages. Am I off camera again? Oh, well, yeah, pencil hit the floor. Okay, so that one's going to be a sideways on one. Let me get a little bit closer and then I might be. Yep, sideways on and sideways on. Do it that way, I think. And that's kind of sideways on. We'll put that little bit sideways on so we can stagger those amongst the full-size pages. So we'll put those in a little pile. And then let's have a look. Right, let's kind of put the pretty bright ones and the not more plainer ones, so we can kind of mix them between. Okay, so shall we start on the outside with something pretty? Let's start with the one we've just stenciled. Yeah, we'll start with that one, and then we'll put a, let's do it like this, and then we can move stuff about. So I'm just going for a text or a plainer one with the pretty ones. I'll go with that one. I think I might, that's such a beautiful page, I might go with another tea dyed that side of it. So you can see it's a real eclectic mix of papers. Okay, and then we'll decide where we're going to put these little bits. So we're going to have this in the middle, aren't we? Let's cut round it and fold it so we can put it in place. Oops, get those black lines off. Oh, go away. That's it. And obviously the ones on the front will cover with lace or images or something. Some kind of embellishment. Any that show. Excuse me. Okay, just feels so good getting stuff used up. So we will put that in. I'll just fold it by hand. rather than getting the scoreboard out. Where's my little... Now I put her in facing front. So I hope you're all well and you've got a nice, either a nice lazy Sunday ahead of you or something nice to enjoy. I think that's okay. Oops, it's my microphone, sorry. Sometimes I knock it and it makes a noise, I've heard it, and other times it doesn't, so I never know if you can hear it or why doesn't that meet? That's very strange. What have I done wrong? Nothing. That's the proper shape. Oh, that barely meets. Right, I will have to put something on the flat lace or something like that when we embellish it. Well, it does meet, but literally just, yeah, I'll have a bit of lace or something. I'm wondering if it's the my printing of it, because I printed it from Dropbox and I did notice some of the things were printing not how they were when I printed them from my computer, so doesn't even look envelope shaped, does it? Still, it'd be okay in the middle of the signature, I think. Let's have a look and decide. It's a bit small actually. Yeah, it's going to be lost in there, isn't it? I don't know. No, it's not going to hide anyway. So we use it as ephemera, it's not going in the middle. I'll find something else for the middle. Right, where shall we put this blue piece? Gets the blue flowers there, do we think? I think I might have it the other way because the stitching's on that. Yeah, I prefer it like that. So it'll be pockets, and I might put something on the back as a journaling spot. Yep. Yeah, I'll probably have it on the lower part there. So I've got a bag to go in and my little fairies. I think they might be nice there. I know it's close to the other one, but we'll have them up top maybe. This one. What have we got there? Let's have the bag over this plainish one. And we'll go for the middle with the bag. It's getting quite a junky monkey already for a signature. Right, this little piece of green card I want to use up and get in somewhere. Pulling it towards me again. It's quite a plain there, isn't it? We might need something in there. What is that? Shall we move her? Let's move her into there. That again. Yep, true eclectic mix. So we bring it all together with the ephemera, I think. Yep, that's better. So I might have that one down there. That one in the middle. Yeah. Okay, so I need to come up with something in the middle. If I hadn't have stitched that up, I could have put that in the centre, couldn't I? That would have been nice. No, I'm not doing it. Come on. I mean, I could sew it in there, but it's only got a tiny flap, really. It would have been nice as a centre pocket, that centre envelope. Okay. Where did I put me? So we're going to have that in there. And perhaps her on here, I was thinking, just in the vein of use it up. And we've sewn the signature in, we might have a bit of this over it. And some other embellishments on it, and then these are all going to go inside. Might actually sew her on. So I think what I'll do is I'll turn the camera off, stitch this onto the front of the cover so that we can have a look what it looks like, and then we can maybe do a little bit more. Okay, I'll be back with you in a second. Okay guys, we're going to have a go at sewing the signature in. So I've stitched the cover. Yep, and sorry they're clanking. I haven't trimmed it a lot because I want them all different sizes, but I've just trimmed down the edge and the top a little bit. And I put in the middle, out of that use it up box, a page out of, gosh, what was the book? Yeah, you're all shouting at me now, aren't you? Wind in the Willows, so it's one of the Toad of Toad Hole books. I don't know which one it was. Okay, so I'm sure I measured that at 3 and a bit. It doesn't. 1, 2. It is a very little bit. So it is 3 lengths, 3 times the size of the length of your signature. And I don't know, I'm meeting myself coming back today. I'm a bit further away now. I've moved my chair for sewing and it's not back in the same place, so I will try. I think that'll be enough. And stay in camera. But I might need to pull it towards myself to see. Oh, I don't know why I did that. That needs sticking on there. To see what I'm doing, because if you remember from me last time I sewed a signature in, I like to keep the book as closed as I can and look down the top, so I'll reach nearer, but I might need to pull it my way. Right, so there's my needle, there's my awl. Let's hope it goes better than the last Flower Fairy one did. So find the middle, straight down the middle. See, I've wobbled already. Make sure it's coming out the middle of the spine, it is, and push it through. Okay, that one's always the easiest. She says, touch wood. And what I like to do is put my needle and thread through it straight away. That's another thing, just keeping it in place. Okay, so hang on to that thread. And then this is the tricky one because we're coming back through this side, but we need to dig the hole, punch the hole from this side. So usually all the papers are kind of poking out that way. We're in the middle. Not quite through yet. Yeah, we're in the middle. So if you see what I mean, they've pushed all the papers outwards, but my needle is going to go, try and keep all this still now, in the opposite direction in. Yeah, straight through. Obviously I do it better on camera than I do not. Okay, I think it might be something to do with the thickness of the papers, perhaps. Oh, you've moved, you little devil. So that was right on the edge of that paper there. It might have actually torn a little bit. Might have to put a bit of washi. I was far too close to the edge of that little paper. Are we in the middle? We're in the middle. And again, this one should be reasonably easy because it's going through from this side. Yep, straight through there. Which one's coming out? That one. And this is the one that can sometimes be tricky, getting it back through that hole when there's already something in it. This is the bit I need to put my head in so I can see when I'm pointing out. Okay, pull that back through and draw the string through. Oh. So what I might do with this middle page is, I couldn't decide anyway, I might glue it together as a pocket. Tighten those up. Nothing loose and bagging. I mean, it's a shame because it's got the lovely pictures in it, so I haven't decided yet. and I always put a blob of glue on that middle piece. But it would give it a bit more strength. I might just put a bit on there and there as well. Just means you've got to leave your book open for it to dry properly, or your pages glued together. Yeah, so I could glue it together as a pocket. So glue down that side and put it together, and then we can put things in it. I do hope it's in the right way up. It is, because I don't know if you can see what I'm talking about, is how close to the edge of the paper there I came through. Might give it a bit more strength if we fasten it up. I don't want to mess with it at the minute while the glue's wet, but it's got pretty pictures on the outside as well. Okay, so we'll give that a few minutes to settle down and put my needle away. Oh, that is just an accident waiting to happen. And where's the awl, which should have a rubber stuck on the end of it. In here? No. There it is. Don't know how it ended up in there. So I just put an eraser, pencil eraser on the end of it, keeps it safe. Is that everything? Clips. And get that out of the way. I also, while I was setting the sewing machine up and sewing, dragged a few more bits in, because I'm thinking we might be able to get this journal filled out of the pile of stuff that I had. So we've got all this already. So we've got journal cards, that could be either, could be a belly band, and pockets and envelopes, and embellishments, do you think? So I brought these two in, journal cards, these three, a pocket that I had in my thing that's obviously glued together, so I thought we could maybe do something there, because that's a double. Put it on the page like one as well. I think it's Rita Donnelly flip, I think. I might be wrong. On a pocket. And then this that we made out of all the odd coloured things could go in it, and the eclectic. So there are journal cards. They are pockets and envelopes. I think that's another one of those. Yeah, another one of those in the blue. Been kicking around forever, and a big no. So yesterday I said to you that's a journal card and I haven't backed the back. Actually it wasn't a journal card, it was a pocket. And that's why I haven't backed the back, because it will go flat onto the page or with a side tuck or something. I think those two are made together, so we can just embellish them and they can go on. So we'll see if we can get all that lot in the journal. So I think I'm going to trim those off, and I am going to glue that shut. That way we can get something else in it, another piece of ephemera off the desk or out the box, which it's now in, and we solve that problem at the bottom where it's not very, have you gone? Yeah, where it's not very secure. So I'm not very good at straight lines, but I'm just trying to keep it as near to the edge as I can, so we get as much room in the pocket as we can. So a piece of paper from under here. So when we shut it, we don't glue the other page. And have a look now, can't we, how all the signatures worked. So I could, if I wanted to, take a thumb hole punch out of the top of that. I'll decide that in a minute. So, oops, when that's dry, that will be a centre pocket, and the strings are hidden. Okay, not too bad then. Let's have a look what we've created. Yep, so that pocket is now a bit more secure with the stitching on the front of it there. Perhaps the back needed some stitching, I don't know, but we've got a front pocket. And then all these, that's not too bad now actually. All these pages to embellish and fill. think I will go on and do on another quick video, and then I'll put it up when we're ready for it, another video to go up. Okay, so that's the other side of the bag, so we'll trim down there. I meant to sew all the way around the I don't know why I didn't do that. Wasn't thinking. The cover, a pretty page on the back as well, so I might see if I can get it into the machine and do that. Okay, so thanks for keeping me company and crafting with me on this Sunday, nice easy one, and I'll see you tomorrow hopefully with the Flower Fairy journal, and we'll get back to this one and fill it soon. Hope you're all having a lovely day. Remember to give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and if you'd like to enter the giveaway, it's still going until Friday, so just pop on to that video that says 50 subbies giveaway, because I'm nearly at 60 now, and either say hello, introduce yourself, or just say enter me please, anything you want, just comment on that video and I will enter you in the draw. Okay, lovely, see you all soon, bye bye.